Daniel lost my fucking fossil.
I'm gonna see if I can get both of you guys in here. There we go. Alright. And just check, Borgie, you'll play one? Excellent. Alright guys, kicking things off. And we're going to start with Zach and Helena. Oh, the string is working. Gets a wall slam. Oh, very nice counter hold. And once again, Helena against the wall, but she spins it right around. Both players skirting right up against the edge of the arena. Found the gap, and that is going to be it.
The camera bag with your PS4, right? The camera bag.
Oh, nice counter hold.
I wanted to ask, I messaged you, but I wanted to ask.
Let me know, by the way, guys, how the sound is and if everything's working all right on your end. Looks fine from here. And, oh, laser eye misses.
Next time.
Next time, baby. Very aggressive Borgie coming out now. Oh, that's going to be it. Borgie takes the first game to make it 1-0. What's Prime having a good start to this round? Couldn't capitalize on that wall. Nice throw though, some big damage. Oh, there it is! The lasers.
Whoa!
Oh! That was a phantom button press. Oh! Big damage here. Can he round it out with a great? Is it first to two, is it, guys? Yeah. All right. Borgie takes the first match.
There's your own.
It's Arun, right? Arunus. Alright, and you'll play it too? And what was your handle, sorry? Yep, how do I spell that, sorry? Yep.
Oh my, I moved. Does that mean I want to head open?
Fox?
What's up everyone? Make sure to head over to the Monster booth right now. They will be giving out some free t-shirts as well as drinks. We're going to be doing some photos, giveaways. Head on down to the Monster booth. We'll look at the bag. See you there.
Oh yeah, this is new. Right, you know, I'll be the You guys been rolling ready? Loading up? Oh yeah, sweet. Yep.
Can you just
I hope to receive.
I'll try and commentate with you.
Sure.
Hey,
Joined
welcome.
Joined by Berserk.
So it's Dead or Alive 6 at BAM 12. It's a very busy event, and we've got Runus, who won OHN in Sydney a little while back. Last time there was one.
That's right. Yes, you're right. That was 2 years ago.
And Shorter is a regular on the DOA Australia Discord playing online games on PC. Looks like he's made a good start.
Yeah, definitely taking the first round.
We'll just check if we've got any chatters. Let us know you're there. Whoops. My brain. Alright. Is it TV?
G740.
Oh. That's some kind of wrestling move, isn't it?
No, it was the name of my monitor.
Last live 11 days ago.
Yeah, that's weird.
Okay, maybe not.
Someone was chatting.
Well, I'm following you now.
Excellent.
Open the app. I'll open the app.
How strange. Let me try stopping the stream and starting it again.
Alright. These guys will just do what they do.
Yeah. Sorry. But it's recording anyway, so we can...
Yeah, cool. Alright. So we better keep commentary going. So...
Shadow's working on the first game here.
Yes.
But
Runus is getting his groove back, but not quite enough. I think a little bit rusty, a little unfamiliar. Yeah, there you
he
go.
hasn't played since OHN.
He's going to have to remember shenanigans as quickly as possible. Yeah, no, that's good.
Have I spelled...
You did? Oh, you don't know where it is? Ask around for somebody, yeah.
That's more like it. I think it's working now. Do you want to just refresh the page and see if it...
Yep.
And then give me a follow.
I already did that. I think I need to...
Hang on,
doesn't
go
let me
back one.
just reload on the app.
Okay. Hey, it says I'm live.
Yay!
Oh, we're live!
All right, cool.
Hooray!
And I'll just...
So, welcome everyone, in case you didn't hear it the first time.
Yes. We're
But-
band 12. We've Maidman and Berserk on the mic. We've got the first round of DOA running. This is a winner's semi between Shorter Fox, who's regular on the Discord for Australia DOA.
Yep, he's
and-
currently one
and
game up,
Runus.
I should add.
Yes.
So there we are, just updating the scores. And he's hoping he can keep that run going.
Just try and grab the link to share it in the Discord and other places for people.
Oh yes, yeah, I've shared it in the VF Australia and on Twitter. So, but yeah, spread it far and wide. Let's get everyone in here.
Okay. So you might recognise some of the moveset that you're seeing from Shorter Fox. Being a Virtua Fighter player, it looks a little bit like Oi.
Yes, that's true. Yeah,
Because it is the same fighting style
Oh, they're both using
for Tamaki.
Aikido.
Aikido, yes.
Yeah, same as Steven Seagal.
Oh, yeah. Probably a little more elegant than Steven Seagal these days.
Maybe so.
I wonder if they can bake a cake. Under Siege style.
Oh, of course. Took me a second.
Yeah. I don't know if it's the best Steven Seagal reference these days.
We're working on a very close round this one actually, or it was.
Nice launch off the crowd support. Ooh!
Good counter though.
It's a
Shocking.
wake up super and
Oh, that was nice.
a
Shadow
nice
Fox
read,
makes it
and so
2-0.
that locks it away for Shadow Fox. Yeah, 2.
I haven't actually played since I jam, so
It's a good showing, good showing. Right, so next, I believe I need to get my bracket back. Where we say Rob and Babel, or go on. We're going to get another match up in a minute.
Excellent.
So I loaned my pad and it's been put down for a half a second. I'm off and found it? Okay, yeah. You got to bring your pads, man. Yeah. All right, all right.
Also, thank you, Cyber. Oh wait, no, that was from another day. I had a follow-up, but it wasn't from today.
I think you might have got mine in between when you went live.
Oh, maybe. Alright, all good. We're
I see you sometimes on
We're
Twitter
live
playing
now.
X Retro Game,
Yes.
and
Yeah, miscellaneous retro games, Sega
Yes.
Saturn and Mega Drive and,
That was all.
and all that sort of gear.
yeah, it's a beautiful.
It's
thing.
always good fun.
Fuji style. All right. So we're just
Just
waiting.
on
We're
the
waiting
next-
on a controller for one player. I might move that around. Bear with me.
Sure.
Morpher's got to play his
Yeah.
match. So we found his opponent, which is good. And we'll move to another match in a second. So we've got a small tournament today, but it's been pretty steady in Melbourne actually for Dead or Alive, and people still playing online, which is nice to see. The game's been a little bit quiet over the last little while, and of course, live events haven't been all that consistent anyway.
No, we're still here though. We're starting to come back with more live events, so it's lovely to see.
All right. And we'll be back here tomorrow, same channel for Virtua Fighter around I think it's the same time.
Yes, midday.
Midday.
We're back for Virtua Fighter, so be sure to stay tuned.
Very good. So we've got 2 players setting up now. Babel is a previous BAM champion. Consistently in the top 2 or 3 usually.
Okay. Oh, sorry. So let me update those.
Yeah, we'll get those names. So
Player
we've got a
names?
Babel and Rob Dog.
So who's player 1? Sorry. Rob Dog.
Yeah, Rob Dog on the right is player 1. Yes, that's right. Inverse of
That's
what we're
right.
seeing.
And Babel.
And a Babel, E-B-A-B-I-L. No, E-Babel.
Oh. Oh, I see.
Yep.
All right.
Rob's a regular player, and he's usually around the middle of the pack, always trying hard, so it'll be pretty challenging. He's managed to deal with his first round opponent pretty well. Now he's hitting top of the table, so this will be quite a challenge. It looks like Rob's gone with Diego, which has been a consistent choice
interesting.
lately.
Okay.
He's
Is this
he's the new
Brad
character for
Burns?
6. Oh, he
Is this the
looks
Brad
he
Burns
looks like
equivalent?
that, but
he plays very differently though, doesn't he?
he's very different. Yeah, it's a street fighting style. Like it's not kind of generic.
Yep, kind of like a brawler.
Yeah, brawler.
Yeah,
He's meant to be like an everyman brawler.
yeah. Okay. That's cool.
So there's there are a few Muay Thai style kicks in there, but not a lot. Not a
Yeah,
lot.
yeah.
And then you've also got your MMA style with Mila. She's
Yes,
been in the
that's
game
true.
since DY5,
right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. So Ababel is very versatile. He's I think he was playing Diego last time we played a tournament.
Okay.
He's traditionally been a big Kasumi player,
Yeah, right.
and over the last little while, I think particularly in 6, he's playing a lot of rig, so there's heaps of versatility there.
Oh, nice. That's a good ground and pound and takedown from Mila.
Yeah, she's one of the few characters that she's got the chain throws that actually provide her neutral or advantage. So there's a couple of setups that even if he doesn't finish the throw sequence,
Yep.
he can put the opponent on the back foot.
Oh, that's pretty cool. So you just build some advantage with them.
Yeah, and she's actually pretty fast at jab range, as you can see. Rob doing a pretty good job to keep his
I
turn.
was going to say those pokes were well done. He was anticipating to get a hold, but it wasn't panning out.
There we go.
Big
And
damage.
that's one of the features in DO06. The combo system has some slightly different endpoints. In that case, it was the knockdown into close hit.
Oh, okay.
So every character's got their own close hit move that does extra
Right.
damage. And that's what you want to use when you knock people into that knockdown state.
Oh, that's illegal, isn't
And one
it?
more.
Knees to a grounded opponent. This must be Japanese MMA rules.
It's dead or alive. You can do whatever you want. I think, yeah. So she's got built-in ground game. There is limited OTG ground game
Okay.
Okazemi, but that's built into her throw system.
Well, that puts eBabble up 1 game to 0. Let's
Yep.
see if we can keep up this momentum.
And we'll see who's next.
They're going with the same characters, aren't they?
Yep.
Okay. Not going to mix it up.
Yeah, I think Rob's been staying pretty fixed with Diego the last few tournaments, so
Yeah, okay.
try dig his way out of this.
So he's probably a bit closer to Miguel from Tekken than he is Brad.
Oh yeah.
In terms of his fighting style, right? Like if he's a Street Fighter brawler.
Yep.
Oh, thank you, Billy. Thank you for the follow. Hope you enjoy the DOA tournament and VF tomorrow. From fabulous Melbourne, Australia, BAM. It's BAM 12, isn't it?
BAM 12, yes.
BAM 12.
It's our 3rd year of BAM 12 after COVID delays. It would be BAM 14 if
I think-
things were normal.
12 is too young to start lying about your age, Dan.
That's true. I got my BAM 6 t-shirt on just to mark the half-life.
Oh, yeah. Should have worn 2 of them.
Yes, 2 times 2.
2 times 6.
2 times 6.
Yeah. So it's hard to do the maths when we're watching a
Yeah, that's right.
pretty exciting game, and it looks like, I mean, Diego's got full meter, so is that going to feature in this round?
It could, and actually Babble's on 0 meter, so yeah, potentially Rob could have landed his super there, which will ground the opponent, and then you can cancel it and then relaunch.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So you can use it even in a juggle to extend your combo. And the reason I mentioned a Babel had no meter is because at half meter you can do either break hold or break blow.
Oh,
So break
okay.
blow uses your whole meter,
Yep,
which
yep.
is just forward and all 3 super move, and and it's cancelable on hit. And that'll
Okay.
allow you to stop and do a relaunch or another move or a setup.
Sure.
Or you can just let it run and do some damage.
Okay, well, he's got, I was going to say, he had a pretty decent combo there. He had him, like, high
But-
floating.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
Babel had with anyone's got over half a meter, they can do break hold, which will even in a deep stun, which is normally an unholdable stun.
Yep. You can still do some
You
sort
can
of
get
hold.
out of it with that meter.
Okay, so it's kind of like a very powerful reversal.
Yeah,
that you can
but
use
it
in any
does
state.
it does next to 0 damage and can't kill.
That's right, that's the one that just, like, sort of turns you around. And
Yeah, we
gives you
just
the
see that
advantage. Yeah. I guess it's burst in, like, for a loose equivalent.
Yes. Oh, I think
Oh,
Rob,
nice.
Rob was going for something there. It ended up being a drop,
Yeah.
but he's got the wall
Oh, there we go. Is
There's
that
the break hold.
There it
That's
is.
right.
Yeah,
and the regular hold. Get some
Back
damage,
over the
hit the wall.
sandbags.
Oh, I think, yeah. He needed a low gravity combo there.
yeah. Yep. And I was going to say, E-Babbles, now they're sort of like...
Yeah, they're both being cautious
They're both
now.
being very cautious. I mean, it's a sort of high damage game, so the next combo could have won either one there, but
Yeah, I mean, the relative difference in the meter is practically zero here. Rob's just
Oh.
got to finish it off. There
He's
it
done it.
is. So we're even on rounds.
yeah, 2 rounds apiece. Can Rob make it 1 game each?
It's interesting. We saw a Babel going for a couple of punch strings into throw, which as a grappler Mila has,
Yep, okay.
and I think he was being cautious of run up throw by ducking at mid distance. So yeah, Rob managed to get a mid in there. We'll see how Babel switches things up. I think he's going to go. Yeah, he's going a little bit fiercer on the. Whoa! We got a real launch there.
We got a real
Good
launch.
safe damage with the air throw. He's quite versatile, Diego. You can juggle for a low relaunch. You can just air throw. And there it is. So that ended up in a short throw with a guaranteed high kick, and Babel takes it.
Nice work. This is
But yeah.
this is a very fast-moving tournament.
It was a good showing there
I
by
thought you were going to have
Rob.
first to 3 for DOA, but I guess...
Yeah, we typically do 2 to 3 up to top 4 is 3 to 5.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah,
that makes sense. Yeah,
the
yeah.
the winners final, losers final, and grand final are 3 to 5. All right, so Babel sitting in winners semi-final. We'll let him sit there for now, facing Shorter Fox down the line. I'll need to play more for he's finished with his match, so I'll just pop up and check on things.
Sure. And bear with us. We are. Never mind. We are going to be back very soon with the next round. And let me just. There we go. Get the commentary cam back for the next time we need it. As I said, welcome to BAM 12. We have got some more Dead or Alive action coming up. And now I'm joined by another very special guest, my friend and yours, Borgie.
Free to play.
Hey, what's up?
Oh, it's over there, Dan. It's just down there, I'll get it for you.
Oh, thank you. It went all the way down there.
Borgie, take the wheel.
Okay. Hey, it's your boy, or rather the man, Borgie Man. We are going to see Berserk versus Morpher.
Actually, I'll just show you quickly. Just in there, it's pretty much just the name, scores, update, yeah.
Okay. Who's player 1? Is it you, Daniel?
I think I grabbed player 1. I'll just quit so you can see the stories.
Okay. Update.
Update? There you go. It should just, there you go.
Yes, Scotty as well. I even labeled it.
Sound is working. Yeah, thank you very much. It's terrible. We found that they don't these ones. The PlayStation itself.
Reminder that VF is happening tomorrow, and later we will be having a Sam Show stream afterwards.
Oh, that's confirmed?
Yep. I was able to talk it over with Rusty Red. He's happy to loan a console to our cause.
Oh, awesome.
So if you like Samurai Showdown, stick around.
And who doesn't like Samurai Showdown?
Alright, this will confirm. Just checking their buttons. Yep. Berserk's saying thanks, so we've got the right side. Morpher is a Helena player. Don't recall, is Morpher local or is he from another state?
Who's that, sorry?
Morpher.
I'm actually not sure. Are you Victoria-based morphers?
Huh.
Certainly are.
Well, this will be an interesting case because we
So
don't
this is
see
all
we don't see the
Victoria-
whereabouts.
All Victoria battle. We got the Victorian Civil War
Is it Runus
for
still in?
supremacy. Runus,
Runus and Shadow Fox?
he lost his first game, but he'll be in losers bracket. So,
Okay.
yeah.
I definitely know he's from New South Wales.
Oh yes.
All right. And the match begins. Oh, he wants a button check.
Let's go.
This is why you test buttons,
Go to
people.
game, full screen. There we go. Take the DQ Morpher. Come back. You just get this also gets an connection. Yeah? I'll be back in a minute.
It's safe. All right, so he's double checking. One more loading screen. For reals this time? Okay.
Yeah, I'll press buttons here too. There it goes.
Okay, pirate ship, fitting that she has the outfit. Alright, real match. No dilly-dallying. Let's get started. Berserk starting on, pushing forward to the barrels. Play the crunch. Keep stacking the damage now. Trying to punch against the wall. Morpher fighting back. Back to the barrels. Nice counter by Berserk. Pushing back against the boxes, which will provide extra combos on hit. Nice charge move to seal the round for Berserk. It seems Morph is trying to hold out of anything. It's not that easy. Fortunately, the barrels don't break, I don't think. They're pretty solid, so they'll at least apply wall combo damage. Misses spot. It was that little cavity after the first break of the boxes. Managed to get that one just in the corner. Trying to ride on the wall. Yeah, there's more boxes. But I think it backfired. Morph is going in now. Berserk still fighting back though. Takes that first fight 3-0. Alright, so no character changes. Moving on to the second fight. Berserk needs one more to win and proceed with the next round of the tournament. Morpher is at risk of going into the losers bracket. Yep. Nice close hit. Missed the kick. Managed to get a few blows in. Trying to extend a combo at the wall. Those servers on the side on that stage there will provide extra damage and a bounce. So it's not just a solid wall hit. Someone going to make advantage of those? I don't think so. Morph is playing pretty smart right now, trying to be a little bit more conservative with the aggression. And it's paying off, clearly. Not to be undone though, Berserk's starting. It was close. I think due to the hit, there was no bounce back right there. Morpher playing entirely different, putting Berserk off his game. Good counter from there. One more hit and Morpher takes another round. We could see a shift in the tempo of the game. Oh, it's one hit. Ooh, nice punish from Berserk. Match point. Flying on his hits. Combo. Keeps missing the grabs. Morphus now going to juggle. In stance. Nice close hit. Nice close hit. Bounce damage and extra damage from the exploding servers. There's the bounce that we needed. Small combo off of it. In this game, though, every hit counts. And he's going to make it count. Oh, we're going to have another close one. Didn't see the sweep. Berserk takes it. Good match to Morpher.
None of his was his guilt.
Okay. Can we get a Babel and Shadow Fox? Just getting your next opponents. Shelter. Shadow Fox.
No. Save that one.
Save that one?
Yeah, save that one. Because we got his matches. Let me look at it.
Because this is what we got on the winner's side so far.
Have we? Oh, okay. Yeah, we might as well do it.
Okay, we're going to go over a Babel and Shadow Fox. We're just going to do our first winner's semi-final on stream. It will be a Babel and Shadow Fox. I don't think that's a good idea. Okay, so we got a Babel, arguably one of the greater DOA players here against Shadow Fox. Person who I've played recently, Tamaki Main, taking advantage of that new character. Pretty deadly with her. Go in. Alright, this is going through the usual button checks.
I'll hop on.
Alright. So how was that match, Daniel?
It was good. Morph is very good player. He's out of practice. It's first time playing in a while. Helen is a tough character for me, and you were probably seeing a few glimpses of that as he started to warm up. So I was quite impressed, and I think he'll do well.
There were several rounds in the second fight where I thought he could have had it.
Well, he practically had a couple of rounds there. I'm warming up myself, of course, but yeah, definitely good signs. I think Morpher will have a good showing through the rest of the tournament. So these guys are getting themselves organised. Oh, cool. I have to... Oh, hang on. We'll do that one on stream because it's semi.
Okay.
I think.
Okay, so
Let's see.
you're Rachel, yes? Huh? Player one, yep, cool. Just confirming,
so
looks like he's
that one.
whipping out Rachel for this one.
You won yours, didn't you?
About Sigma and Miller.
No, you wouldn't be up to me yet.
No. I mean loses.
Oh, okay. So were you saying... What? Sorry, can you repeat?
My last match was 2-0 to me.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, okay. I thought you came up and said it's you and me and I got confused.
No.
All right. So those classic PS4 loading screens keeping us...
We should have had my
Edge of our
PS5 on this
seats.
thing, but
How far in the bracket are we with this having this matchup?
We've
these are the
rolled
winners'
pretty
finals.
fast into semi-finals.
is this a check? It's a button check, okay.
Button check. All right.
Button check with this loading time.
Yeah, I know.
It really do be like that sometime.
You got buttons on character select. You don't need this.
Yeah, I know. Yes, DOA does have that excellent service of button check on character select. I fell victim to it too. I kind of rushed into the match and forgot I need to change my buttons because I forgot somebody was on before me that doesn't do regular buttons. It's just how it goes sometimes. My bracket's not loading. I think we've hit peak mobile congestion at the convention centre. Down
Oh,
here
that's
at
right.
South Wharf in Melbourne at the convention centre. Had a huge event for BAM so far. We're really pleased to see so many people come out again after a big break after the pandemic.
Like old times, we missed it.
I think we're just under 1,000 competitors for the event. So,
So that, what was the last number for back in 2019?
just over 1,000, and that was with World Tours. So
Wow.
yeah, really happy to see we're really close to last time. All right, so
All right, let's get into it.
they are sticking with those characters. Very interesting. So Shadow Fox with Rachel. Babel's sticking with Mila right now, which is a good choice. A lot of frame advantage on certain strings. Guard breaks to confuse the opponent and put them in an awkward setup. Here
Gotta
we
love
go.
how Babel's trying to keep distance
Okay,
until trying
went
to
for
range.
stun throw. Got his turn
Nice
back.
string going in. Nice repel of the ground grab.
All right, Shorter resetting things with a
Fatal hold.
break hold. Yep. And there's
Nice
the
throw.
throw setup. What is he going to do with it?
Throw back down there.
Okay, pretty
Round.
normal.
Missed
Pretty
the
normal
stomp.
for Rachel.
The dreaded stomp.
Yeah, he went for a reset just to try and get another setup and
Yeah.
finish it, but Babel comes
Didn't
back.
quite work though.
A lot of back and forth in that first round. All right, Babel starting up the business. And
No,
good damage.
misses the reset.
He went for the under the expectation that Shorter would try and break hold.
Yeah,
Went for the throw.
fair assessment.
But yeah, lost a bit of damage out of it. Interesting choice. Given the health advantage,
Now-
really not a problem.
But that doesn't deter Shadow Fox.
Now Shadow Fox has got the advantage. Back at neutral.
Oh,
Got the hit.
This
Ooh.
is pretty tense.
And the
But that cheeky sidestep hit.
the sidestep does the job. A little bit of hesitation at the start of the round as the characters move into position. And Shorter putting the pressure on. Nice use of the fast mid. And back again. All right, let's combo this through. And
And the
the setup was
Ooh.
attempted. Similar situation. They're both getting maybe a little greedy, but the life lead was there.
Yes.
Nice setup. It was a throw setup, and he went for the mid. So
Right.
Babel went for the low hold.
Shadow
and got
Fox
punished.
finally on the board.
So it's 2-1 to a Babel. Shadow Fox starting to show really good signs of life. Here's the setup sequence.
Yeah.
Babel keeping advantage.
Oh, nice wall into mount.
What do we got?
Choke.
Goes for the reliable damage. And
That was
one more.
smart.
Oh, a little unlucky there, Shadow Fox. I think Babel's going to turn off.
Vibration. He usually does that.
Vibration. Yeah. Let's have 0 distractions. Fair enough.
But we're still counting that round though.
Yep.
Show must go on, people.
Landed one. So this is winner's semi-final. The first of 2 that we'll have. On some of our other matches, we'll have some lower bracket coming up. We'll just make sure that those rounds are going. I think Rob Dog's got it moving.
Good, good.
And as we load into match 2, this is still only 2 out of 3, so
All right. So
He's
he
high
switched over
stakes.
to my now.
interesting.
Good call.
interesting. Yeah, I think actually this is a good bet. Like Rachel, strong character, similar in the sense to Mila in the sense that you want to go for a lot of throw setups, and they're playing a similar game. And I think Shadow Fox wants to just change the dynamic now with a striking character, a character that's good at distance.
Not bad.
We'll see a lot of quick, repeated, low damage strings until we get a juggle, and then we'll see what he can do. Nice.
Now I can tell right now the shift of the match has already changed.
Well, it's the first exchange. Babel's back on advantage now, and there it is. There's many good things about Mila, but that low sequence just to keep people off your back. We'll see if we can. Okay, semi-safe string. Oh,
That would take it.
so he played that whole round as a striker. and waited till the very end to go for a throw setup. Really strong. Now I'm out.
Pounds.
2 and 3. Okay.
Mai's trying to keep distance. Now throwing fans.
Just to let him know he's there. Bubble's like, no, I don't care. I can be a striker too. Throw setup and guarantee.
Clean.
So two dominant rounds
Oh.
for the two different characters. Nicely done.
Almost.
Good opening salvo. So we can see these bursts from Shada, and it'll be interesting to see if he can get that opening enough times.
That's like what,
Here we
20%
go.
a combo? Because I've done that loop twice.
Yeah. So he really only needs one more of those. The Babble on advantage. I think good use, good time for the break hold.
Starting to get hit by those fans.
Okay.
The Babble
yes.
needs to be very careful. Okay.
Yeah, it's desperation times. Had to use it. Ooh, went for a neutral sidestep and maybe just a little early on that one. Interesting choice. So Shadow Fox on a 2-1 advantage in rounds, but Babble starting the proceedings. What are we going to see from Shadow Fox now? He's playing the distance game and looking for openings. Here's the combo.
Oh.
Ooh,
Ooh, and the break hold plays
I'm
off.
not in favour of that choice. He should have launched. I gotta say. Now it's deep trouble. It's not quite enough to hit the wall. I'm not sure why
no.
not. Who's going to get the next opening? Anyone's game
Ah,
at this
that's-
point. There we go.
Very unsafe.
2P will solve the problem for a Babble, and we're 2 rounds each.
Right.
So
Eva Puff
Shada
still has a
really,
chance.
really showed a lot of strength through the early part of this second round of the set.
Absolutely.
Good combo to the wall.
Now he's just being very aggressive.
It was a good setup on wake up there, and he still got the advantage.
Nice. Seal the damage. You just
And
need one more of those.
Yeah, and it was good to see him lock in the damage there. Now Babble will take his piece,
Push back.
and it's all about
Babble's just trying to be very
neutral
careful.
now. Well done to a Babble.
Oh, that was a good hold.
Oh,
He'll take
there it is.
Seals it 1-1.
Nicely done there by Shada. I detected a little bit of walk in, walk out, just watching.
Yeah.
Looking for the counter hold, and the throw did the job. Very nicely done. They're really feeling out the defenses here, working out what each other's habits
Okay.
are. I'm sure they've played online a few times.
So if you were a Babble, where would you go now? Because Babble
think
pl-
sticking
virtually
to
plays
game
most
plan,
people.
maybe just go a bit more aggressive, but he is changing characters. Yep, okay, well, I said aggressive, and there's nothing
No holding back.
perhaps more aggro than Kasumi on advantage, and she knows how to get there. She's one of the fastest characters in the game. This is a Babble's classic choice. You can expect to see Kasumi when shit's serious, let's be frank. So that's a compliment to Shada at this point. Two strikers, fast characters. Kasumi opens up, not much in there. And Shada's put him on the defensive, but not a deep stun. The wall messing up the combo there for a Babble at that point. It's going to be frustrating for Shada at any stage. Kasumi can do the sit-down stuns from almost any start.
You might want to move so you got the microphone between you because it's going to be very difficult to hear you.
Just trying to be loud, so. Nice wall hit and the combo. 2 wall hits. Not a mega amount of damage, but there's plenty more where that came from. Ooh,
It counts though.
it tells.
Every hit counts.
Nice use of pressure there, just to sort of make sure to think, okay, I've got to hang on for a second, see what's going on, and a Babble's already going for that running throw. So a Babble
He is
taking
just going
control.
in.
And that's the pressure of Kasumi. Shada's turn, a little bit messed up by the odd angle on the wall. Let's see if he can make something of it here. Has advantage. Nothing more on the wall?
Tried the jump, but was caught down.
Oh, yes. Had to do it.
Do it.
Oh, and it kept going. Okay, so Kasumi takes revenge. And Babble moves through to Winners final. All right, let's see who we got.
Do we have any more results? Yeah. You stick around, I'll go ahead.
Maybe I need to jump on. All right. That was a top tier match.
Smoothly?
Yeah, it's going well. It's going well. I mean, Borgie and I might need to play. So
All right, I can
you
hold
could
it
jump on
down while you're.
And maybe wrangle Zav. Hey Zav, could we ask for your help to talk to Luke through me and Borgie playing a match because we can't commentate? All right. Sure. Thank you.
Who was playing?
Sounds like they're gonna have Borgie and oops, Borgie and Berserk. All right, so that'll be coming next. So wait for them. Is it only VF and DOA on this setup? Oh, you're right, it is. This is a specialist 3D fighter.
This is my PlayStation 4 that fits in my bag, goes to events and then goes back in the bag.
Dedicated event setup, I love it.
Oh, I think we need to...
So you're player one, Dan?
Looks like it will be. But is someone's won this again?
Hey, Jackie Sparkles. How you doing, my friend? Thanks for tuning in. We've got some DOA action coming up. Are we about halfway through the tournament now, would you say?
Yeah, so this is the other winner's semi, and the law brackets are moving along now.
Okay, so this is winner's semi. Very nice.
Loses round 1, complete. Loses round 2, he's on his way. Zav will have an opponent soon.
Awesome. I'm glad you're doing well. Good times in Boston indeed. Hope you guys are still going strong in the US. So actually, this will be the first major back for Australia, isn't it? Since
First in a while, yeah.
First in a while, yeah.
We got the Borgie versus Dan Classic.
Is this a regular matchup in Vic?
Yeah, pretty often.
Yeah?
Look at this.
Oh, yes you are. Look at that. Oh, got the AM2. Is that a sticker?
Yeah.
Very nice.
Going on my PlayStation.
Oh, awesome. Oh, that's awesome.
Fans out there.
Actually, well, yeah, the guy in chat right now, Jackie Sparkles, he's a VF player from Boston that I've met before. He's just mentioning they're still playing over there as well, so... From Boston!
I learned how to do the Boston accent. I sat next to a kid from Boston on the plane once, and he just said, yeah, I'm from Boston. We can't pronounce our R's.
That's it, yeah, all the R's,
You can't pronounce your R's, that's how you do it.
the R's become H's. That's how you do it. Alright, so we're going to have...
Berserk sticking to the Lei Fang today.
Yep, that makes sense.
I could put in some free Chrissy practice, but probably not. Oh, wait. I can change buttons. Yeah, let me know. Just to make sure.
Oh, we got real-time button checks.
Ah, I knew it! Somebody had done it. Yeah. I forget. Controller players get on.
Alright, we got the Lei Fang versus Zach.
Oh, he's left him hanging with the fist bump. There we go.
I didn't see it. I was reaching for it.
Wow, the mind games have begun, everyone. The mind games have
The
begun.
disrespect.
Alright, here we go. Zek's going straight into it. Borgie's having trouble getting anything started. Oh, here we go. No, he gets thrown for his trouble.
Nice launcher.
Gets a Tsubaki. Doesn't get the hold.
Oh,
He gets out.
flanker ball didn't quite work.
Oh, everyone's break holding. Oh, doesn't quite get the combo. Right,
2 rounds up.
these are some fast games.
Can Borgie turn it around?
Oh, he gets thrown.
That was a nice
The
launcher.
Leifeng classic. She's really tricky and she puts you where you think you can hit her and then she just crushes you.
Oh,
Alright,
that's some good damage. It's back in contention.
let's get sidestepped. Ooh,
Oh,
gets a throw.
big face buster.
Ah,
Borgie's got
gets to throw again.
around. Very nice.
gets thrown. Nice damage there. Doesn't get the follow up. Gets the crush. Gets it again. Doesn't quite get the combo afterwards.
No, but oh, very nice. He's starting to even things up now. Now it's anyone's game.
Ah, thrown out of his setup. He bangs in.
Oh,
Break hold.
nice.
Break hold again. Whiff punished. Oh, it doesn't get the Tsubaki. Ah, drop combo. Gets thrown.
That was a counter throw too, 'cause that's some huge damage.
Oh,
Oh,
Nice game
very
to
nice.
Borgie.
Yeah. Borgie takes the first, so let's update that score. Oh, you have to stand up a bit higher, Borgie. You have to stand up high. We can't see your shirt. For those who can't see, he's wearing a Zach t-shirt, representing his main.
Alright, let's see if Borgie can keep that momentum. Leifeng's in.
Oh,
gets
brutal throw. It's not Alien Zach, it's Muay Thai Zach. Sorry to disappoint. Now it's Flat Zach. He's just being squashed against that wall by Leifei. Oh, that was a nice counter hold.
Ooh, doesn't get the hold. Gets the uppercut though. Nice damage.
Mm-hmm.
Leifeng mashes out. Oh, that DP is putting in a lot of work in this
Oh.
matchup. Oh,
That was a good, was that like a crush move, that big jumping kick?
I think it's a low crush move that is plus on block.
Oh, plus on block? Wow. I suppose it's got like a long startup though, eh?
Yeah, and you can duck it or you
Yeah,
can sidestep it.
Oh, I see. Oh, nice.
Nice damage. Oh, doesn't get the break hold there. Oh, gets the full damage. Ooh. Oh, side steps. Doesn't punish. Oh. Doesn't get the break hold. Gets a throw. Ooh. One more. Oh, he goes for the
he almost got
disrespect.
Not quite.
He's gonna get the window.
Yep.
Big damage there.
Oh, is Dan gonna make this 1-1? It's very close.
Oh, I guess
Nice.
Alright, we got one apiece.
All right, it's all tied up. I think Dan needs to be tested. He's on his. He's got his PEDs, his Monster Energy drink. It's quantifiably proven that he plays better when he's on the high sugar guarana diet. Zero sugar. Okay, that's his secret.
Oh, we got the assist. Oh, break holds out. Oh, gets thrown back into it.
And now they're. Oh,
run
I
up
was gonna
throw.
say, yeah, they were both feeling each other out, but not
Get
for
the
long.
assist. What's he gonna go? Oh, he reads it and throws.
Oh, so much damage. Oh,
Sidesteps it.
through the
Oh,
crate.
gets the launcher. Nice damage to start off. Oh, goes for a throw, doesn't work out. Oh, yeah, mashes out. Ah,
Oh, nice.
what was that? Oh no, it doesn't hit. Oh, run up throw.
Oh, the best type of throw. Dan's coming out with a vengeance this round, though.
Gets the car. Oh, no, wait. Oh, wait, no. Gets thrown. Gets the break hold.
Yeah.
Gets those plus frames. The assist. Oh, he's got mashed out of his setup.
He can still do it. Oh. Well, it's going down to the... Oh, not quite final round, sorry, but yeah, Berserk staying in it.
Yeah, launch. Oh, drops the combo. Oh,
Oh, big knee.
oh, gets interactable. Does he launch? No, he doesn't.
No, but he's still got the life lead. Maybe not for long.
Gets out of the corner.
Yeah, that's one way to do it.
Very close in life. Oh, gets the
Extremely
low.
close.
Gets the throw.
Oh, we're going to the last round, ladies and gentlemen.
Nice damage to start off. Gets a break hold. Not looking good for Boggy this round. Oh,
no.
it's whiffed.
Dan's had a barnstorm of a round.
Dan stay on the ground.
Yep.
Blocks a blanket ball. Oh,
Oh, guy gets the assist. Oh! Unlucky. That was a good fight. Well done. Yeah, that's true actually. He was down like to your last round. Yeah. Very well done. Maybe. That's probably easiest. Yeah.
do you want to play it here? Do you want us to play off screen or what?
Unless Paul Williams plays Ernest right now.
Okay, so it's
Just say that. Yeah, just play everything off. Yeah.
Yeah, you want me to play more for now?
Alright, we're going straight into winners finals. It's going to be Berserk and E Babel.
You say that, take. Morgan play Brunus. You know, and then it's just, you play Malphite, loser plays shorter, and loses final.
Yeah, winner play shorter.
What? Yeah. The loser, you know? Do you know who did it, the non-loser of the loser? Go to that.
Alright, we got Berserk versus a Babel. Babel sticking with Mila today. Babel probably one of the favorites to win this today. Let's see if he can show Dan why he's top seed. What? I lost to Borgie. I'm still in losers. Filling each other out. Dan's going right in. Oh, sidestep. Gets the sidestep into the interactable. Break holds. Gets combo. Alright, gets held. Decent damage for a Babel. Lei Feng stuck against that wall. Oh, throws him back, gets the assist. Oh, a Babel on the board. Alright, Berserk gets the citizen assist, and a Babel throws him. Gets the easy damage, doesn't want to risk the mount. Is that enough? Not quite. What's the mix? Oh. Berserk breaks the mount immediately. That's a throw. Berserk's keeping up the pressure, gets the interactable, gets the combo. Babel can't get away from this corner right here. Oh, gets the throw. Gets the hold. It's a mix. Does he get the combo? No, it doesn't. Wake up, break blow.
It's one for E-Babel?
Yeah, one for a Babel. Just pick a grappler. First blood to Berserk. Ah, gets thrown. Gets the mount. 2 hits of the mount. Berserk breaks. Ooh. Going into the mount again. Oh no, we're going for the easy damage this time. Ah. 1. I think it's 1. Nice hold. Alright. Drops the combo at the end there. Nice damage for Babel. Gets the mount.
Oh, Dust choke. That was pretty cool.
Ooh, side step. Gets the war combo. Gets the throw. Oh, blocks the low and punishes it. Oh, drops the combo there. Oh, break hold doesn't work out. Gets thrown.
This is very evenly matched, actually, isn't it?
Yeah,
One round apiece, and
I thought it would be a bit more dominant, but Berserk's doing well.
yeah, he's doing very well.
Oh, punishes the low. Nice damage from that. Ah. Pokes out. Ah. Gets the hold. Gets the throw. Alright, it's looking good for Berserk. Can he keep it up? Babel gets the launcher. Goes for the break blow. Oh, goes for greedy. Punish. Oh, gets the hold. It's like the Babel missed the input there. Ah, second game goes to Berserk. See if a Babel will change characters. Yes, he does.
Who do you think he'll change to?
I think his main is Kasumi, but he plays a lot of characters.
Okay. Yeah, because I saw him using Milo earlier.
I've definitely seen him play at least half the roster. There we go, Kasumi. Oh, none of the costumes are
Oh, the
unlocked.
costumes are locked. Back in a second.
Alright, last game in the set. First blood to Berserk. Gets the citizen assist. No mix up off that. Sumi gets the hit. Citizen assist. What's the mix? Oh, goes for a low throw. Doesn't work out. Gets the hold. Gets the throw. Nice. Oh. Citizen assist again. Oh, he whiffed. Ooh. First blood to Babel. Keeping the pressure on. Gets the combo. Big damage for Babel. The late break hold. Ah. Very convincing game there. Kasumi gets a hit. The Babel goes straight into it, gets the throw. Gets citizen assist. What's the mix? Break hold. Oh. Oh. Just one more hit for Berserk. Gets the break hold. Oh, gets the low. Berserk's still in there. Oh. Big damage off a couple of hits there. Gets the interactable. Backs off. Ah. Gets a throw. Gets a low. Gets a throw again. Oh. Gets the hold. Big damage off that hold. Oh, break hold. Ah. That was very close. Let's see. So if I can update this score. Alright, gets the hold. Oh. Dan's keeping on the offense. Gets the throw, big damage. Gets punished. Oh. Can't quite get anything. Break hold. That's it, mashing. Oh, big damage throw. Kasumi is going in. Lei Fang's in. That's a combo. Oh, it's a wall throw. Oh, it's a break hold. He's still in it. Oh no, gets hit right away. No. Players are backing off. Getting their space in. Kasumi's stuck against the wall. Gets the wall jump. Oh, breaks the throw. Nothing happens. Both players respecting it. Zek gets the throw. The wall jump again. Break hold. Backdashes from that. Side step. Oh, gets the hold. Oh, that gets the throw. Oh, wall jump doesn't work out this time. Oh. And Babel takes it. What's left?
Something you can skip the
right. Okay. Oh, that was a tough match. Let's see. We've got a Babel and... Sorry. We'll remove a Babel. We'll actually have Morpha and Zav. Reset. Alright. That should come through. So we should see Morpha with Helena again and Zav. What do you think? Go back to
He's being a
Ayane?
little surprising with La Mariposa lately. Shout out to Tones, who can no longer be here. Had a godlike La Mariposa back in the day.
Alright.
Going with his well-known Ayane.
Good to see Ayane. I think Ayane
Might be a good call.
can be a good matchup for
Yeah.
Helena. Things like 4P, which is a mid that sweeps from low, can sometimes stuff Bokuho, and she's actually got a few good low moves herself, and decent mids. We'll see how he handles it. All right. Have you got some matches left?
Well, I did beat Runas, so I'm up in loser semis, I think.
Cool. All right. So you might be in line for one of these next matches.
Yeah.
Right. I see. So this one, okay. Winner of this plays shorter. Good start from Morpha. Playing cautious. Got to be careful with playing out strings at long distance, but got the hits in that time. Zav looking for an opening now. I think if Morpha sticks to some of those nice fundamentals from Helena, it's going to be his advantage in this match because of the low hits. It's hard to counter, and Zav's going to have to adapt to watching his feet. Nice setup. Just watch carefully for the throw up.
I like how Morpha's not afraid of getting Zav's space.
Yeah, exactly. Now
Whereas
Zav's playing the
trying to,
distance.
Play the distance. It's like,
There it is. 4P combo.
nice counter.
And locks it away. So Morpha got caught out a little bit whiffing.
Always done the baby version.
Nice hold. He's definitely paying attention. He's go, ooh. I thought there was the different combo sequence that would land in the bound. Under pressure now. Nice hold. So Morpha actually holding advantage despite being on defensive just there. And it's his. Yes, there it is. Nice ground game. Finishes nicely and a close hit. I think that's a Bokuho sidestep. Or from Bokuho. Good block. I think playing the defensive game is really working for Zav. Sorry, for Morpha. Yeah. Alright, so that's
Morpha taking it convincingly.
nice one.
Now the question is, will Zav super Ayane or will he go La Mariposa?
I think it might be La Mariposa.
No, it's not too late. Yep, just go at the front. It's not 4 o'clock yet, so you can go at the front and just ask and pat it. I think you can.
I'll go check.
Otherwise, I'll do you a solid. Just let me know.
Alright, I'll go outside the front. Thanks, man.
Diego. Okay.
Interesting.
There have been niche instances where Zav does play Diego.
I think some rock solid mid to high mix-ups. He's just got to get in there and get a stun, and I think there's a lot of damage on the table that he could be taking. He had a lot of trouble watching his feet though, which I don't know if that's going to change. We'll see. He's got his 3K for a good mid. He's got his 6P like everybody, and there's a really strong moves for Diego. We'll see what Morpher and Zarv can pull out for this one. Oh, it's the 3P. Or I should say 1P, isn't it? That low attack, so solid. Especially, it is Zarv's advantage if he's going to keep going for those particular lows, because of the sandy ground in this stage is going to cause slip stuns. But Helena can do the same, even in this first round of the second match. Ooh,
Just like that.
boom. That was raw wake up. Nice forward kick hold.
Zarv wants to stay in this. He'll go for any lengths.
He's gone in pretty hard on those low punches, and a couple of instances there, Zarv has been punished now with the mid sidestep kick. Reset into throw. Now it's Morpher that needs to adapt. Very close, very close. Wake up kick, stays alive. Ooh, what's this going to turn into? Oh, just walked into the wake up kick.
Totally exposed.
Nice. Ooh, he's a little bit heavier. It was a low launch.
Gets 1 or 2 hits in.
Yeah, it wasn't high enough. Needed another relaunch in that. Nice read. That was beautiful. And the combo. Oh, that was lovely.
Keep him in the corner.
Really well done. Just keeping that nice mid punch out there. Morpher applying the pressure. Zarv really relying on the lows, keeping him in the game. Nice sidestep. Ooh, Boko!
The guts on bloody Morpher.
Interesting. Maybe just a little bit of a lack of awareness there with the wall. He got the relaunch and could have gone for a full combo. It's even now. So
Zarv's
still
got no meter though, but
oh, there it is.
here's
So
the receipts.
the break blow has that counter hit property at the start. Ooh, set up for the throw. Nice damage.
Here's your juggle.
Here we go. Solid. Okay. Morpher saying, I see that damage. I have some of my own. Let's do this again. Here it is. So, a little bit stronger at neutral so far. Ooh, not a high enough juggle for that attempt. And there it is. So, Morpher takes it.
Granted, Suffer at least went up in the fight in the second round.
All right. So, with Morpher beating Zarv, he'll play shorter.
Where's Shorter? Rob.
He's over there.
Oh, there he is. Yeah, you stay. That was a great match. Well done to Morpher. All right, so that ended up being 2-0.
All right, so I'll just need to do some shooting before the match starts, and we'll.
Like a 30-second Twitter reel of day 2. Like if I took this, I'm going to dump it on the server. I'll just take bits of everything, put a logo on the end, send it to you. You can be like, day 2 was amazing.
Put in the creative channel and tag Jamie.
Yeah, okay.
And he can throw it out there.
Yeah, okay, done.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, so it's been an interesting tournament. Morpher, I did say after playing Morpher early in the tournament that he could end up having a good run after seeing what he had on offer, and we're starting to see it. So that was a really solid showing against Zarv, who has been top, 3 or 4 at a lot of the recent tournaments in Melbourne where we've been playing DOA consistently. You and I have been bringing setups, and Borgie here. What's your YouTube channel?
ORT Borgie Man. If you just look it up, I've also got stuff for Soul Calibur, Virtua Fighter. I'll upload some Windjammers, Samurai Showdown as well.
Great. So you can go to that channel. You'll see a bit of our local matches that Borgie's recorded, and obviously we're streaming now. So we'll
I'll post it on my
get-
Twitter if you want to find it.
That'll be out there, and also we've got the Dead or Alive Australia Discord you can find, and Dead or Alive Australia group on Facebook. A couple of good ways to find the community. So, we need
We need to
to.
fix the scores, mate.
Let's reset. We'll fix that. So we've got.
Morpher on the left and Shadow Fox on the right. With the Mai that we've seen, who actually gave a battle run for the money in the second fight. Until Kasumi went through.
That setup for Morpher just working nicely, getting him where he needs to be. A little bit of lack of awareness on the wall there, needed a different combo. But overall, solid work. Shorter Fox, obviously no slouch. There he goes. Runs in with the break blow.
Gutsy. Worth the meter though? And how
Yeah,
much like
debatable, I guess. You know, it got the round, so we can't argue with that. Nice carry, getting Morpher into the corner, and maybe he's going to be running scared a little bit. Oh, there's a miss. Oh, but he kept going. Quick recovery there from Shelter Fox. Morpher now looking for his next opening. Not quite. Got the stun. And there we go. Nicely done into the wall.
Maybe this might.
Just enough to keep Shelter on the defensive.
But
And that's the way to do it. Don't mess around. Just let the break blow complete. And there's the wall. Nice one. Wow, you love to see it. One round apiece. Good opening by Shelter. Didn't get the stun he wanted, and now Morpher takes the turn.
Nice air combos from Shadow Fox. Wake up kick from Morpher. Go in the combo and the close hit. Push back into that little corner. Fox trying to fight back. Little struggle kill.
Ooh, there it is.
Yep.
Okay, so it's match point for this
that
first
combo, I
match.
think? After the danger zone was triggered. Not that it matters.
Okay. So Shadow Fox taking control, but Morpher showing lots of good signs. Able to get in, able to get the combos, and I think this stage will be pretty even in terms of character advantage. Less, it's much clearer where the walls are here. So less interference from some of those wall attacks. Ooh, not a high enough juggle for that one. One more. Ooh, that was a little bit scrambly at the end, but he got the round. So we're at losers quarterfinal now.
Shouts to Necromancy Black.
Nice, good to see you, Necromancy Black. One of our loyal DOA players out of Brisbane. Hope it's not too wet up there for you. All right, nice combo to finish by Shadow Fox.
That's pretty slick.
So goddamn wet. Yeah, there's a bit of flooding up in Queensland. Hope everyone's staying safe. And the southeast, probably a little bit south of where Necromancy is. We had 12 in the bracket. You can find all the brackets at smashgg/BAM12. All right. Nice combo using the ground danger zone. little bit of trouble there. Oh, nice hold. Keeping Morpher in the game right now. Oh, that throw could be trouble. Oh, and the combo was dropped. Sorry, go on. Where's it going to finish? Oh, there it is for Shadow Fox. So he lands the combo we wanted in the end and makes it through. So that means it's you, Borgie. We'll see you on the setup. Okay, let's get that counter back up. Shadow Fox making it through 2-0 on that one. Once again, really good showing from Morpho. Some good natural skill, good affinity for Helena shown there. Cheers, well done on the tournament. Alright, so let's reset the players. And we're up to losers semi-final. We'll update these names. Oh, my hotspot just dropped. There we go. It'll come back in a sec. It's a secondary console, so we just need to tether it. Okay. Oops, and Shadow Fox again on the right.
How's it all going, Dan?
Good. So we're up to losers semi-final.
Nice.
Yep. Yeah, it's doing well. So losers semi-final into losers final, and we've got a Babel waiting in the winners final.
Excellent.
We've got a couple people in the chat.
Yeah, I saw Necromancy. How you doing?
Yeah. Necromancy saying, I'm glad to see it's the people who give me the hardest time online are doing well offline.
That's always a good sign.
Alright. So character select. Interesting. Back to Tamaki. Good thing I updated my system to include Tamaki fairly recently, actually. It's a tournament-only console, so I didn't have everything. And with the big event coming up, it was time to resurrect the Have Everything protocol. Okay. As we load up, this will be interesting. Clash of styles. Shoulders put in some really great matches. Good sequences, not always holding on as against the very top, but he was put into losers by our top player at the moment, Babel. And here we go, showing no mercy so far. Borgie still looking for a place to get in. Shouter just playing the turns as you should. Not my turn, I'm going to block. Borgie gets in on a throw, but didn't capitalize all the way. Oh, nice job. Got the second hit, but maybe there could have been more for that. Wow, that was some crazy retracking while Borgie was leaping over. Sidestep by Shadow Fox. Set him up for that first round. Nice launch. No, not quite. I think mid-weight there for Borgie might have been not quite what Shorter was expecting. Tracking of the gods, Necromancy, that's right. Nicely done, going for the low there by Borgie. And yeah, a little bit of caution I read there, because he doesn't know Shorter's habits. He didn't go for a stun setup and the low knockdown, and now it might be trouble. There it is, 2 rounds to Shadow Fox. Nicely done. Waited out the string, block punish with a throw. That's what you do in DOA. You blocked a string, you throw your opponent pretty much every time. Nicely done there, Shada. Full combo with the air throw at the end. There's that Aikido we want to see. Borgie got himself into trouble there with a whiff on wake up. Some good signs, but Shada had control through that round. Something to think about. Take a pause. It'll be... I don't know, is that same characters again, or is there a character change? I'm not sure about the character change here, to be honest. I think it's going to be a Hanoka if there is a change. Yep. So is it going to be a play for the unexpected? I think that's the logic. We'll just have a tour of the costumes, which are all locked, as it's a clean console install. There's nothing there. All right, so an interesting change here. I think Borgie will get some mileage here, but it's a question of will it last over all 3 rounds. There is a lot of quirky hitboxes and heights for people to take into account with Hanoka. And so far Shoda's saying, I don't really care. I'm going to go for my opening and I'm going to get it. Nice for the a throw for return. Wow. No fear, just go for the launcher on wake up. Okay, it was kind of a setup, not much there. And not quite the safe move, even though the end of that string looked like a guard break, not a true guard break. Nice combo. That's what you want to see from Hanoka. A little bit unfortunate, leaving... I think we saw that from Zach earlier. Hanoka being a clone moves character. There's moves from every character in there. So if he likes doing it with Zach, he'll like doing it with Hanoka as well. Tamaki, standard string. Borgie's chance. Respect the wake up. What do we got? Nice sidestep. Pretty good choice there. Ooh, and then there's the catch throw. Catch throw. That's tough. All right. Another solid sequence there. Pretty bread and butter at the moment from Shada. Just get your hit, get your stun, get your launch. And then in it goes. Finish with the palm. Nice one. All right. So Shadow Fox moves on through. And that brings us to a match where I'll have to jump on. I'll need to find somebody who can commentate. Bear with us. I'll just reset the score. Shadow Fox can stay where he is. And we'll see you guys soon. Really straightforward. Update,
one of these ones.
update the round, press the update button.
Yep.
Introduce yourself to the stream, and you got a mouse here.
Mic's on already, is it? Do we have mic levels? Hello, that looks really peaky.
Shouter versus Berserk.
Is it too peaky, Necro?
What?
We're going into the red here. Alright, I'll leave it as is. I'll trust you.
Necro's in the mic, in the chat now.
Ah, this is Shoulder. This is the guy that bops everyone online, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I can turn the mic down. It's just a little switch, just a little dial. But if it's fine, it's fine. All right. Is this losers semi? Yeah. Losers semi or Berserk? Losers semi or final? Losers final. Alrighty. Berserk and Shoulder?
Shouter? I don't know.
From what I've seen, this guy plays the whole cast, so I assume Berserk's going to stick with Lei Fang for the whole bracket. Maybe bring out a Christie if he's getting in a little bit of trouble.
He's bringing out the Tina.
Tina. So it's probably a good choice for the Lei Fang matchup.
I don't know the Lang Fang matchup. I feel like an idiot in this matchup.
He plays waifus. Okay. But that's like everyone. I just kind of assume the males don't exist in this game, Necro. You should know that by now. So, Lei Fang, offensive holds. Obviously, if you have a character that has plenty of strong throw options to maximize your damage on your punishes, that's ideal. So I imagine we're going to be seeing lots of random throws thrown out on block. Berserk's going straight for the break blow.
Good damage off the bat. Oh, gets the throw.
And now we're going to start seeing some Tina. So he doesn't
get his setup.
Yeah, so that's a wake-up kick bait. Unfortunately, he side-swapped and Berserk just stood up. Oh, that's a really unfortunate whiff there. A bit janky on the wall.
Gets the hold.
Nice hold, though, from Berserk. Wait.
Gets a throw off the bat.
I have no idea how that whiffed. That corner on that wall specifically is just very, very awkward.
Doesn't get the wall break. Bit too far from it. Gets the.
So he does miss the
Doesn't
tag.
take the offensive hold. Doesn't get the launch. No, he doesn't.
That was a very high damage round. That was a 2-touch. All right, Berserk just going to take a small knockdown, reset to neutral.
Gets the break hold.
Okay, so Tina is plus here. Oh, he misses the launch though. That should be dead if he doesn't drop.
Alright, that round goes to Berserk. Plus frames into defensive holds.
That was a good roll out there from Berserk, showing that he does have a degree of knowledge in this matchup. That is an unblockable attack.
Break hold. Oh, gets the hold.
He's going for the launch. Easy combos. Take the wall hit. Nice throw there from Berserk.
Oh, first game actually goes to Berserk.
You got it. That was a very quick game. Usually Lei Fang's not a very explosive character as far as damage goes, but this stage does kind of lend it towards that. We are sticking with the Lisa, if I saw that, the Tina, if I saw that correctly. He did change. All right, back to random select. Berserk sitting there, crossing his arms, wondering what the hell he could be coming up against next. We're seeing Lisa. He can show you a thing or two, eh, Steve? Lisa. This is a very similar situation to Tina as far as matchups go. Lisa's a little bit faster, a little bit more mobile, but the speed of her buttons are more or less in line with Tina.
Gets the 12 frame. Big damage from Berserk.
He went for the full string.
Gets the throw. Gets a combo.
That
Is
should
that
be
enough?
dead if he doesn't drop it, yeah. Berserk going to take the wall hit and the ground hit. Oh no, not quite enough to the wall.
Gets back thrown.
Now this stage
Wall hit.
does prioritize characters that can mix in both ground hits and wall hits into the same combo.
Oh,
Yep, just take the quick knockdown, reset back to neutral. Lei Fang can play the range game a lot better than Lisa can.
wake up throw. It's the wall combo.
Lisa's
The
got him
offensive hold.
right where he wants him here. Oh, he actually goes to the wall. That is a plus, a lot of plus frames off of that dive. He's going to take the wall hit, nice and easy. Reset back to neutral. Oh, he actually goes for a mix-up, but guesses wrong.
Second game goes to Shada.
We are going to see another match with the same characters. Now this stage. We are starting in Danger Zone, so this will be a very explosive round. Hopefully Berserk can remember his Danger Zone combos. Nice throw. He does just go for an easy route. And unfortunately he was in hit stun there. So the offensive hold did go through and whiff.
Gets the plus frames.
Lisa just abusing plus frames here.
It's a break hold. Just let it throw, doesn't work out.
Shouter just goes for a full screen throw. Probably a misinput would be my guess. That's not quite enough to kill. Oh, he does get a little bit greedy with the ground hits, and it's not going to pay off for him. Now, this area of the stage does actually lend itself to some unique combos with the slope. Hopefully, neither of these players will drop anything.
Goes for a throw setup.
Yeah, that's the other guess, Necro, but he was a little bit out of range. Particularly with Lei Fang, the longer range ones have a lot of startups. She kind of steps back.
Not quite enough damage. One hit by the player, Dan gets it.
But yes, I would imagine most of these throws are trying to beat stances. Unfortunately, in this matchup, you just have to throw throws out. You can go for a fuzzy, but in a lot of situations, it's not consistent.
Oh,
he is just going to take the damage. So now Lei Fang is out of bar.
it's the launcher. Into the break line.
Yep, and this should kill.
Gets the throw.
That is a launcher. Ooh. Dodging wake-up kicks, but not quite capitalizing on it.
That's the launcher. Side switches the corner.
He got very, very greedy with that. Berserk just playing very slow.
Guess that's well framed.
Berserk making great use of these strings here on Lei Fang.
Gets a 6th frame wall throw into the offensive hold.
Ooh, that was a very risky poke there from Berserk.
Not quite enough. What's the
It's
mix?
not, but it's going to put him on one hit. Even a
Berserk
5T
mashes
here
out.
will kill. That was unsafe. Berserk choosing to hopefully call out a 5T there would be my guess. So yep, that's
Another game to Shota.
2-1 to Shota. Berserk is choosing to stick with the Lei Fang rather than swapping to Christie here.
See, he said earlier his Christie is rusty.
Ooh, that was a huge
fatal stun.
5S. Ooh. Unfortunately,
Gets the hold. Holds back.
Fortunately, Berserk reacted a little bit slow to that whiff there. Very comfortably taking that round.
Gets the launcher.
Berserk just getting hit, counter, counter, counter. Good approach.
The dive.
Just gonna zone him out. Nice throw there from Berserk. Just playing range. Staying outside of Lisa's counter hit range.
Oh, gets caught by the tracking.
Ooh. Berserk went for a very greedy poke there.
We got one apiece.
Ooh, nice parry there from Berserk. And again, Shouter's clearly trying to call out a lot of these offensive holds.
Holds again. Gets a low.
Nice
Berserk
break
breaks.
hold. Just get out of there, reset to neutral.
Gets launched.
Ooh, he's going to go for the full combo here.
Combo.
Ooh, he does
drops
drop
it.
though.
Gets him with the dive.
Berserk is playing this matchup quite well. He's just losing a lot of the scrambles.
Shouter's having trouble getting anything started.
Ooh,
Gets the throw.
Does go for a greedy throw there.
Offensive hold.
Nice hold
the
there
hold.
from Berserk. Still got some life in him here. Nice counter hit. That's going to be a full combo.
It's the launcher.
Does go for the throw ender. It's the basic combo. He does try to call out the wake up kick.
Oh.
Both players are sitting on bar. Berserk one touch away. That should be it.
Second game for Berserk.
2-2 apiece. We'll shout a switch. No, we are sticking with the Lisa. The matchup did work quite well for him for 2 games there, so I can understand you might want to stick. Again, having a character that has faster throws is quite advantageous against Lei Fang. Long load, you can only imagine that means fireworks, and here we are.
Oh, fireworks right off the bat. It's not a great combo though.
Yeah, that was a very strange range to be in. Probably didn't expect it. Best stage? Depends on what character you're playing. That probably will kill. Yeah. Shouter is out of meter here though.
Gets a throw.
Except Berserk does just throw it away immediately. And again, another break hold. That should be downstairs. This will put
Nice damage for Berserk.
Berserk facing towards the barbecue here. Nice poke out. That stuff from Lisa there is fake. You can mash out of that.
This launcher gets the throw.
That should be the round. One more match, one more round here from Shota, and he will be in the grand finals. Shota playing this match much slower than he was before. He's going to take his damage, wait and see what's coming. Nice poke out. That is unsafe.
Oh, goes over the button.
Oh, he does. He does confirm the
takes
kill.
it.
That's Lisa, man. That's Lisa.
That's correct. Yeah, that was bad.
So I believe we will be having a battle now. What a move to go over a hit. Yeah, that move going over buttons is actually very inconsistent. The timing, I believe...
I think everything in this game where a character jumps off the floor is very inconsistent whether it actually goes over something.
You might be able to confirm this or not. I believe that button has only about 3 or 4 frames where it would dodge mids.
It's very small.
All right, looks like we are having a quick breather before grand finals.
Nice, much water. 2 minutes in the box.
Shorter wanting to go grab a drink, rehydrate before his last game. The Babel likely going to be sticking with the Kasumi here, I imagine. Ooh, no. You are? I saw a sneaky grin there from a Babel as soon as I said that.
God, you gotta flex and win with some bizarre character. Win with
Wait,
Brad.
so sorry, what's this, Necro? Someone confirmed for the finals how the F- to say each. Oh. Yeah, who do you want to know? Because is it Shota? Shouter?
Shouter.
Alright. It's alright, Shouter, yeah? Alright, there you go, Shouter. Or Fox, he says. Just call him Fox. If there's anyone else you want to know, Necro, I should have you covered. I'm confident on everyone else's name. Anyway, this will be grand final. Let me change this here. A Babel on side 1, Shouter on side 2. You didn't check buttons? Okay. So we will be doing a button check. If Berserk was playing, then yes, you're going to have some janky buttons. He does play on a stick.
Oh, we've got a Momiji versus Kasumi, do we?
Just going to do a quick button check here and then we'll reset. Alrighty, let's go. I imagine we're still going to be seeing Kasumi here from a Babel. Shouter, whether he sticks with Momiji or not, is yet to be seen. We are going to see the Momiji. So Momiji considered probably more of a mid-tier character. Kasumi kind of up there at the top. Momiji does have some gimmicks going on that can give her plus frames, but a lot of it is kind of fake. We'll see if a Babel can deal with that.
I believe both are legacy players, so they'll have their pool of knowledge of all the shenanigans.
So a Babel just going for a low poke here.
The launcher. It's a citizen assist.
And he went for a greedy route rather than launching straight away. Oh, he did go for the mix-up rather than the damage there. And he is going to take the end of his combo there with his S string.
Ooh. Citizen assist. What's the mix?
Oh,
goes for the throw. Doesn't work
he
out.
incorrectly guesses which way to throw. That should be dead. Oh, not quite.
Ooh. Gets the low.
Shouter up 1 round. Again, he does go for a reset rather than extending the combo. Good throw there from a Babel. That will be a full combo. And he does correct that to make sure he gets the Citizen. Back into the Citizen again. Once again, he goes for the reset. Doesn't quite work out for him. Into the Citizen once again.
Oh, gets a break blow. Oh, sorry, break hold.
And that will be another round to Shouter.
You probably had winners and losers, right?
Yeah, please do. Alrighty. We are in a little bit of a scramble here. Both players struggling to get hits. We do have a full combo here from Shouter.
There's a player cam, but I'm not sure where it is.
Oh no, it's been moved.
Game cam only, webcam only, game only, all in starting soon, intermission. All in one. Click all in one here. Nah. Oh yeah.
Wait, what? Ah. You want to stay in that one?
Yeah.
Alright. Let me... One on the board for Shota.
Cat cam or nothing. I don't think you're finding a cat at BAM, bro.
We have a Teletubby though.
Do you know who the Teletubby was?
I have no idea.
Anyway, back to the game. Shouter taking a very Babel, taking a very convincing first round. Showing us all why he's on winner's side. He does get some plus frames out of that, and he misses the punish. Goes for the throw. Reset to neutral. That low there from Kasumi is minus.
What's the mix? Gets out of it. Oh, gets thrown.
He does guess the sidestep attack. Oh, no, that wasn't a sidestep attack. He's still full bar.
Starts off with a throw.
Goes to the low. It's a counter hit. That'll give him some plus frames. Just the SSS. That is an optimal route there, believe it or not, Steve.
Oh, gets the throw. Big damage.
Ooh.
Mashes out. Gets a break hold. Oh, gets thrown.
Unfortunately there, with Shouter being back turned, he had no choice there but to press buttons. Ooh, that is a launcher. He does drop the combo though. Into the low. No one gets wake up hits in like Shouter. Yeah. Anyway, that is a one apiece. Both players sticking to their guns.
The hole.
Babel playing very, very slowly this game. Just looking for a way in. With Momiji having these air buttons that he can just throw out over and over and over again, it is very hard to approach. Nice low there. Ooh, unfortunately, that was not a
Doesn't
counter
quite
hit,
get
so that
started.
will not launch.
Starts off with a throw.
He does miss the punish and takes a hit for it. Ooh. Oh, unfortunately, he goes for the sweep during wake up, but Babel does not capitalize on it. Hops over a potential wake up kick and does manage to keep his plus frames. Ooh, I don't know what Shadow was going for there.
Oh, gets a 660 PP. Ah, side switch.
Yes, that is unsafe. You can throw that.
Oh, gets the
Very
hold.
good hold there from Shouder. That should be big damage. Making great use of Kasumi's unique wake-up kick. Anyone that is unfamiliar with the matchup, there is a second hit on that wake-up kick. You can either duck under it or hold it, or I believe it's unsafe, so you can throw it.
I didn't know she had one.
There you go.
Oh, respect here.
Nice combo there
Shout
from
to
a
the
Babel,
corner.
making great use of the wall.
Shouder's out.
Ooh, that
Gets
is
the
a
combos.
huge launcher for Shouder. That was a very risky button there.
Oh, gets a sidestep.
Did manage to sidestep out.
Oh,
Oh, Babel doesn't go for the throw punish on whiff.
oh,
Nice break
gets the
blow
break
from a
blow.
Babel, and that will be tying it up 2-2. Last round. Babel does incorrectly guess which kick he goes for. Ooh, he does throw the hold.
Big damage. What's a mix?
Yeah, that was a very unfortunate situation for a Babel to be in with no meter at the start of that round. Shouder managed to make 2 correct guesses and it paid off for him very well. 2-1 apiece. Shouder 1 round away from resetting the bracket. We have got another long load screen here, so we might be seeing some interesting stages.
See if we can get some nice.
What do
fireworks
we
combos.
know? Fireworks.
Strong start for Shouder.
Ooh, good sidestep from a Babel and just poking. That is unsafe there from a Babel.
Throw punished. Gets a sidestep. Gets a wall combo. Gets a launcher. Oh, break hold
Breaks
out.
hold out of it.
Break
Does
hold.
not want to have to deal with the box there.
Oh, gets the throw.
Babel's starting to mix
Launches
more
out.
throws into his game plan. Does he go for the launcher?
Gets the
No.
break hold. What's he gonna do?
Oh,
The jumping attack.
unfortunately that button is very, very difficult to contest in the air.
Oh, combo doesn't quite work there.
Good throw there.
Gets the throw.
And that.
Oh,
he drops the combo. Babel's starting to put some teleports into his mixes. Almost like he forgot the character had those these last few rounds. Nice hold
the
there from
hold.
a Babel. That is a very small window of plus frames off of that hold, and Shouder clearly makes great use of that. He's allowed to press buttons
Doesn't
there.
get the combo though. Gets the wall.
Just takes the wall, and he will be facing towards the barbecue. Oh, and he chooses to jump.
Gets a 6-6 PP launcher. Combos afterwards. Big damage there. Gets a
And the sidestep will take him the round. 1 round away from clearing out this bracket and moving over to the winner's side. Oh, and he does read the throw. Nice wake-up kick there from a Babel. Kasumi showing us how Kasumi does actually get good damage off of a wake-up kick. Oh, he does just barely miss the restand. Oh, and that poke will take the round. A Babel not out of this yet. Oh, he goes for the throw.
Oh, big damage.
Nice throw there from a Babel. Oh.
Everyone's getting thrown.
Nice jump there from a Babel, and that will put him on the lifeline. No, not quite enough. And just a poke, take the round. We are 2 apiece. A Babel 1 game away from taking the whole tournament. Will Shouter switch, or will he stick with Momiji? And we are seeing another run back. I don't really think much adapting needs to happen here in this matchup. Both of them are playing it quite well. And Babel clearly demonstrating that he does understand Momiji does have throw and hit mixes off of her jumps. He doesn't seem to actually know the fuzzy for it though.
Oh, gets a high counter throw.
And that is going to put him 1 poke away from taking this round. And he is just going for sweeps over and over. Trying to catch him in the shins.
Locks it low but doesn't punish.
He does not punish. Unfortunately, we have been seeing a lot of unpunished buttons here in this bracket, but that's just how it is in this game nowadays.
It's a break hold.
Oh, he goes for a very greedy approach. Nice hit there from a Babel. He is very unsafe, but he continues to press buttons, and that will give him the round.
Starts off with a throw.
Nice hit there from Shoulder. He goes for a mix, and it does not pay off. Babel trying to jump out.
Wall doesn't let him get the combo there.
Oh, that poke. Unfortunately, he throws high and he blocks low.
Oh, gets a flip kick.
1 hit here, and he does not attempt the hold.
1 round from reset. It's a back turn combo.
That is going to be... Oh, unfortunately, that string there does hit the wall early. Going straight for the launch. And he does go for the strike rather than the throw off of that. Oh. Gets away with being back turned there. And Babel just goes straight into it. Just hold, get off, reset to neutral. Oh, he goes for the launch. That is going to be very low health. And a Babel takes it with a sweep. Shouter going for his max damage route there. That is almost half health.
Gets the back throw off the wall.
Ooh.
Break hold.
Again, he is using the wrong string in the corner there. He is plus there, but he mashes out anyway.
Just one more hit for
Ooh.
Shouter, can take it.
Nice break hold there.
Oh,
And the
takes it with the
side step
step.
will take the game. And
Shouter
the-
resets the bracket. Sends a Babel to losers.
Babel is playing this matchup very well, so I imagine he's going to stick to Kasumi. Hey, I'm not giving anyone a breakneck, bro. Learn your bloody combos. It's his fault for playing too many characters. And he does go for the relaunch.
I believe there's one at the front door.
Oh, there is?
What are you looking for?
Yes. Yep.
Nice
Where
combo
am I?
there from a Babel, taking the wall hit. What is the
Gets a
mix? He
low,
goes for
gets
the
a
low.
throw. Doesn't quite get the interactable. Side
Ooh,
steps.
and a Babel does see that he is plus there.
Oh, gets the throw.
And that should be dead. A Babel
drops
drops
it.
it.
Oh,
Oh, he is just out of
Break
range
hold.
of that kick.
oh,
And
gets
he
the low.
goes for the mid into low. Throw punish
throw.
that.
I like 4Ts actually. but,
That is minus. You
Oh,
can throw that.
Throws that. Everyone's getting thrown.
Babel finally starting to show us some of that knowledge.
Watching his back. No, he gets hit by the wall.
We are going downstairs, away from the danger zones. And that should be round.
Round.
Shoulder just mashing P on weight on round start, and it does
High
work out
counter
for him.
throw. Hold.
And that is just a perfect
Quick round for
Babel
Shouter.
kind of giggling to himself there. And a Babel is just going all in right now. And he does block that correctly and throw punishes. Oh, he does go for a greedy low poke. He doesn't punish it though.
Oh,
Good throw there from
Throw.
Shoulder.
doesn't pun. No, yes, he does punish the 6 PP.
Nice throw there from a Babel, and that will take the round. And once again, Shoulder just going in with 5P on round start. Babel playing very, very slow here. Perhaps waiting for something unsafe. Good throw there from Shoulder. Oh, he whiffs the throw and it doesn't matter. He's too slow on the punish. Oh, he goes for the back turn and he drops his route, unfortunately.
Gets thrown for his trouble. Alright, goes to Shouter.
neither can I guess. Oh my god. Oh god.
Update this.
We just did.
Oh, okay.
That was the first round.
Oh, it's reset.
Yeah, it was reset. All right, straight into our next game. This stage is very explosive, as long as you can get to the outskirts towards that vine or over to the eggs. This river here will allow for slip stun, which lets you combo off of counter hit lows. Ooh, that is a huge fatal counter here from Babel. He is just abusing his plus frames, and Shouter is trying to mash out. That combo unfortunately does not work with that little slope there. Nice combo here
Good
from
damage.
Babel.
Will we
He
get the vine? No, we
does
don't.
choose not to break blow into the vine. Unfortunately, he has put himself back towards the vine. Oh, and he does get
Gets
the
the
throw.
vine.
The choice not to break blow here might actually cost him the round. Nice mix up there from Babel, just taking his damage.
Gets
and the side
sidestepped.
step.
Gets a low. Doesn't get the launcher. Throw for his trouble.
He does throw punish it.
Throws again.
Nice
Gets
combo
the
here
combo.
from Babel.
Oh no, drops the end there.
Drops it though.
It's a sidestep.
That's the classic DOA, do something minus into sidestep.
Gets the hold.
And he gets caught mid. Oh, unfortunately that does drop. He goes for his damage throw, and you can see just how much damage this character can do with a command grab. That is unsafe, but he does miss the punish.
Gets the wake up, gets the throw.
We have both one
Gets the
touch,
hold.
and he correctly guesses. A Babel likely going for that 2-hit wake up kick.
Gets held for his trouble. Ooh.
It's the mix, and he just goes to continue the combo.
Oh, it doesn't get the car.
I don't want to what? Oh yeah, I love Marvel. I'm never gonna stop playing Marvel.
Ooh, and he gets the
If you
throw
have to play like
punish.
casuals after, I'll play that on like tomorrow or something. I'll plug it down.
And that will be another
Second
game,
game
for
of Showdown.
A Babel on his last legs here. We are not seeing a character switch.
Oh, the cross up.
That will be good damage here into the wall.
Should I actually? I know why I'm doing
Nice hold
Holds
there
the
from a
wake-up
Babel.
kick. Holds the
Nice
wake-up
hold
kick
there
again.
from a Babel.
Gets thrown this time.
Oh.
No punish. Gets
And
hold.
again, nice hold. He takes the game off of one combo and 4 holds.
It's a low.
Oh, and he does
Test the
jump
jumps.
out.
Yeah, you should be probably trying to get Virgil when you do that.
Gets the launcher.
No, I think like
Gets held. Sorry, gets thrown.
I think your first priority, especially when you have that much meter, is just to like either jump up with Doom,
Gets the hold.
finger laser into sword. And then X-Factor,
Oh, gets
Nice
thrown.
throw there from a Babel.
probably don't want to X-Factor.
Lost the wake up option, and he just chooses to stand.
You're better off getting a kick first and then being like, join me.
Thrown again.
Okay, I'll stay there. Or like, they do something that you don't like, you like that.
Oh, the side switch then. Work out.
Nice combo there from Sheldon.
Gets thrown. Drops the end of that combo.
Unfortunately, Babel dropping a lot of these combos. I don't know if this is a Mobaji situation or just an input situation, but
takes that game though.
He does seem to be having some trouble confirming the enders of a lot of his combos. Whether that be a weight issue or a character issue, I'm not sure. You can never count him out, Necro. He was in winners for a reason. Once again, a long load screen. Ooh, we are seeing the museum. This time we are upstairs in the museum, which means they are a whole new suite of danger zones. It looks like we're going towards the stairs.
Launcher. Don't quite make it to the stairs.
Shadow going to try and take him downstairs where it's a little bit more dangerous. Instead, it's a Babel who takes him there. Ooh, that is unsafe.
Ooh, gets the hold.
Ooh, Babel goes to jump over the kick and it works out regardless.
Oh. It's the throw. He's getting poked out of the jump. It's thrown.
Oh, he
was ready
doesn't
for the break
throw
hold that
punish it
time.
though.
Welcome to my fantasy zone.
That should. Oh, it's not quite enough.
Mystical Slim.
A raid. Welcome, Mythical Slim. Thanks for the raid. Ooh, and are we going to see the combo? No. Hello, hello, hello. What were we playing before?
Oh, drops a combo. Still gets the hit.
You came just in time to see a Babel walk all over him. We are 2 apiece. DOA 6 ranked. We are seeing a character switch. Likely trying to throw a Babel off for the very last game.
Who will he go though?
A Babel locked into Kasumi here.
I actually do not know who Shouter's main is.
You say who? Mai? Maybe.
Lisa. Lisa has done good work today.
Personally, I think this matchup is horrid for Lisa, but hopefully Shouter can prove me wrong. Yeah, exactly. I don't know. I don't think this is a good pick. I think sticking with the Momaji might have been the play.
It's a 9-framer against, I think it was an 11-framer.
Not just that, but rather Kasumi's options are very anti-Lisa's options. Lisa being more kind of play around movement style character.
Oh.
Kasumi's movement just kind of outzones her.
Slope doesn't let that combo work.
Oh, and he goes for the throw.
Gets whiff punished with the throw.
At least in Shouter's, potentially Shouter's line of thinking here is Lisa is a very explosive character. Just a couple good counter hits can take you the game. Either way, both players are tied apiece, both 1 hit away. And who is going? Ooh! Unfortunately, not quite enough, but there it is.
Babble's keeping to a safe range. Throws off the bat.
Yeah, they are. Kasumi is one of the few characters who has lows within strings that are plus on hit. She does have some minus ones, but Babble isn't choosing to use those. And
Can we
what
get our egg combos?
are we going to see? Are we going to go for the vine, or is he just... Yeah, he's just going for the easy routes. Play it safe.
Gets the launcher.
That will be big
Puts
damage.
himself to the wall.
Unfortunately, he doesn't face Babble the right way, but it doesn't matter. Is that unsafe?
Which one?
The spin kick.
Yes. That's plus.
That one's plus.
That's the interactable. Both players keeping the distance. Shadow's gone in.
Oh, and both players not quite sure how to approach. Babble just kind of step
combo.
around, see
That
if he
should
can
be
dodge
it.
something. That should be game though.
Tournament point for Shada. Blocks it low, doesn't punish.
And a Babble just not making use of any of these situations here. Shouda is getting away with
Plus
murder.
frames.
Both players resetting the neutral.
Oh.
Can throw punish that.
Gets the break.
Just
break
hold, get out of there. Oh, there is one more hit left in that string.
Oh,
He drops though. He
doesn't get the combo.
He could have actually thrown punish that on whiff. That's not going to be enough to close it out, but it will be close.
Gotta watch out for this break blow here. Oh,
There
no.
it is. A Babble a bit scared to throw out a throw, so he goes for the low. Tournament point for both players here now. Oh, he does get out of it. A Babble just playing it safe, making
keep it
great
out of
use of
Lisa's
Kasumi's
range.
speed.
Gets the
And
hold.
he does get the hold.
That's a throw.
Good combo there from Shouda. Again, just going to neutral.
Gets the throw again.
Both players seeing the tournament nerves. They don't want to approach one another. Shouda on last hit, and there it is. That will be
Congratulations
our
to Shouda.
winner, Shouda Fox. Alright. Was this a silver game?
Yeah.
So that's what? Metal and... Alright, so Shadow will be walking away from this bracket with not only a nice cut of that prize, of that pool, but a $50 M-Wave voucher and a medal. 6 games against Shadow will exhaust anyone. It would exhaust them more if he was switching. Unfortunately, I think Ababel was showing a bit of the nerves there in that last round. He had like 6, 7, 8, 9 situations where he could have throw punished. He just chose to sit there and block. Unfortunately, Lisa is a little bit ambiguous at whether or not she's minus. Is a little bit of a knowledge check, but
Lisa does love a lot of tricky things.
unfortunately, the
Anything else happening with this stream? Just finished.
Oh, just finished. Nice.
Anything else happening with this?
I think they were going to do Sam show on it.
Sam show?
Sam show. Well,
So maybe just leave it for now, and we'll
Alright.
see if when Borgie's ready, if he wanted to move one of the setups here.
alright then, guys. We might
you
have
can-
Sam show on here. We'll just leave it for now. No
Yeah.
guarantees.
I'll just stop recording,
Put on the B-rock,
but we'll keep it streaming.
No.